Hello, hello, hello. This is Wake Up Hex, and I'm your guy, KNTX. I'm glad you guys have joined me today. Thank you so much. You guys are phenomenal. We already got 80 people in here. I'm sure more will. You usually get 3 to 4 times that many people here about halfway through the show. So we'll go ahead and get started. We will not wait for them. They can just watch it on 2x speed. Peter Danis, yes, you were first. Far Out Aliens, thank you for being here, brother. That is a good dude right there. I don't know what the rest of you think of him, and I don't really care because he is a good dude. And he said this is the longest 5 minutes of his life waiting for the show to start. It's worse than Christmas Eve 1982. That's a great comment. Great comment there. So, Alan, it's good to see you. D Hexistentialist, Andre369, Jams, Mudhog, Mel, Tony. Always a pleasure to see you, Mel, Tony, and expecting some price updates here today. Downhill Swimmer, MT Coiner, you're gonna love this show today because we got a guest here that's gonna just come on and talk real quick about something that he's doing. He is a awesome Hexakin. We'll get more into that here soon, but you and him have a lot in common, my friend. I have a feeling this gentleman and I would love to come up to Montana and do some hunts with you in the future. So, Tin Top, Finn Bear, Back to D, Crypto Crazy, Lord Kangs, Piston Broke 555, Effortless Crypto, RCT This, Tap for Life, Hexakin Girl, it's good to see you, Rudius, Cadium, yes, BS is on time again. Something is wrong. Yes, I didn't want to be disrespectful to my guest. Otherwise, I probably would have slept in another 15 minutes. So, Big Gunner, Your Excellence, Modern Simplicity, Will C. Gosh, man, we got a lot of new names that I have not seen before. Hex Fan Network, Zizzo, HP, Morgan, Eagle AI. A lot of you guys are returners, and I love seeing you guys every Tuesday and Thursday. Rob Kruger, Crypto King, boom, what's up, Hexicans, Crypto Gains Club 369 Hextown. I can't even go through all these. You know who I will say hello to though? Is Mama Rock. We miss you over on D Live. I wish that they hadn't become what they became. I miss seeing you over there, Mama Rock. So thank you for joining me here on YouTube today. It is a pleasure. So I'm going to go ahead without further ado. I have a Hexakin on here that he made the Furu's eulogy possible with the casket. If it was not for this man, we would not have a casket to be dancing all over the casket of the Furus that were being buried that day. So he's a good man. You guys may remember some Twitter posts of me and RG taking pictures of us riding in the back of a truck with the casket behind us. That was this gentleman's truck. So I can't wait to tell you more about what he's doing. I'm hoping for some support from the community because he is a good dude and he wants to do a lot to support you guys in the future. We won't get into too many details on that. That will be something that a future project that we will release. But we got a lot of things that we'd like to do. In the meantime, I'd like to introduce you guys to my friend, introduced from Freddie Quotes himself, Bird. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, brother. How are y'all?
Doing wonderful, man. So this is one of the most genuine dudes I've ever met. Just willing to hop up. He was willing to build us a casket that morning of the Furu's eulogy because we thought we had lost our line on a casket. And then a crematorium came through last minute and said, "Hey, we got one that a dead guy just came out of. No disrespect for the dead guy, but he wasn't using it any longer." And so we swung by and picked it up. And Joker was there, Crypto Joker. It's good to see you, brother. You remember Bird. So we are happy to have you here today. You got a really cool project going on right now, and I'm hoping you can give us a little bit of detail as to what that is.
All right, so it's not necessarily my project. I'm just a part of it. So Big Game Hero is a organization, a nonprofit organization. Well, I say nonprofit. I don't know for sure, but they are an organization that provides a lot of money to the conservation of wildlife, wildlands, and the Clean Air Project. They are currently in the middle of a competition that I am in the running for. And it is for a once in a lifetime opportunity in New Mexico. So what it is they are doing a multi-stage voter entry competition for the Big Game Hero. What that will result in, the prize is an actual a 5-day guided elk hunt in Vermelho, New Mexico. And there's a cash prize with it, but being on here, everybody knows what's going to happen to the cash if I win it. So it'll go right back into the little 6-sided figure that we all love.
I like the way you put that. I like the way you put that. So guys, I put that that link that you gave me, Bird. I put that in the chat down here.
Okay.
So that people can go to, that is the correct URL, correct, for us to be able to support you? Is that the right one? That's the one that you had texted me. biggamehero.com/browse/2021/group 57351AC1. Is that correct? That is the one that you had texted me. Is that the direct link to where they can go to support you, to help you win this opportunity?
It should be. I was thinking that the link actually had my name in it, but I'm not certain. I'm looking for it now.
Okay.
I'll just shoot you that very one right now.
Yeah, put it in the private chat up here.
Okay.
On StreamYard here. Right. That way I can copy and paste it directly in. So what were your plans for this? You were going to put that into Hex, and then you had another idea. You had another idea for not if, but when you bag your elk.
Oh, so the Beast Feast?
The Beast Feast.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously, like I said, this is a supporter-based competition. I can't do anything other than speak to the community to help myself. I can't buy my own votes. I can't vote for myself. I literally have to have people do it for me. And it's a free daily vote that is available. There's also a way to buy votes that all the money, all the proceeds go to conservation. I'll get into that in a minute. But back to the Beast Feast. If we win this thing, and I say we because the majority of my support is coming from the Hex community. If we win this thing and I take this hunt, then it'll be a little while because obviously the hunt won't happen until probably September of 2022 for legal seasons and things of that matter. I am going to host, and I'm going to drag Freddie Quotes into it, kicking and screaming, whether he wants to or not. And some of those other guys, we're going to do. So I hunt a lot. If you can't tell, the podcast that will be going live, hopefully January 1st. So hopefully in a few days we'll start dropping audio, and then in February we'll start dropping video. And the video will be videos of the actual interviews, but also of some of the hunts that we've done. And I'll talk more about that podcast in a minute if you want me to. But the Beast Feast, I always, at any time during the year, I don't expect anybody to believe me. You can back it up with Freddie Quotes. I've got anywhere from 6 to 8 species in my freezer at any time during the year. That's not including fish. So there comes a time towards the end of the year, right before the Tennessee whitetail deer season opens, that I have to cleanse the freezer and make room is what I'm doing. I'm not getting rid of anything. So what I try to do is I'll have friends over for a barbecue. We'll do some wild game and all that. This year, this coming season, if we win this competition, we get into this, we're going to have I've started calling it the Beast Feast. And literally what we're going to do is I'm going to look into who has supported me through all of this. And we're going to make it open to Hexicans. There's a lot of groundwork that needs to be done, obviously. And we're going to have a spread of wild game to include parts of this elk that I'm going to be going after in New Mexico.
That is cool. That is cool. So I would like to see us do something. It would be really cool for us to do some kind of feast for those who have helped support you. And I think we'll get into more of those details on Tuesday. We're going to have Freddie Quotes come on. I think he wants to do something for this, not only the promotion, but also to help decipher who is going to be part of this feast and be able to come in and there'll be well, I don't want to get into all the details. I'm going to wait for him. So because this is, I think he's really taking the bull by the horns on this one. I do want to put something up here real quick. Kevin VT, we don't hate you because you don't understand. It's just a lot of people misunderstand what hunting is. Hunting isn't just going out for the thrill of the hunt to kill things. You got to understand that there is a reason why hunting is still allowed. You got to thin certain populations, like when there's too many mountain lions and it's thinning out the deer population. You got to clean out the mountain lion population to keep the herds healthy. There's chronic wasting. There's conservative reasons, like conservationary reasons, that are actually better than anything the Sierra Group does with their fake security theater as far as conservation is concerned. So there's actually a lot of good reasons for why hunting is allowed and permitted. And then those who have actually hunted, especially to provide for their family, that can't afford to go buy a slaughtered and butchered beef every year, like this is really an opportunity for people to provide meat in the freezer for the family for the year. And then those of you who have never done it, it is literally a spiritual thing where you appreciate that animal that you stalked and you hunted gave up its life to sustain yours. I can't explain it. Maybe you can put some words in on that, Bird.
Yeah. So speaking to the conservation side of things, and I've gotten this already. There's another Hexagon. I'm not going to name names, although it is a story with a happy ending. Had the same response as soon as Freddie put this out the first time. And it was that, they didn't believe in the senseless killing of animals, this, that, and another. Mm-hmm. And he literally said, killing for anything other than food is wrong. I eat parts of the animal that most people would turn green at. Is one of those things. I don't know. We probably got some people in here from the South that have heard the phrase when they're talking about pigs and all, using everything but the squeal. Well, when it comes to a white-tailed deer, I use everything but the snort. To include one of the biggest controversies that comes down is the trophy. Well, here's the thing. I am by trade a military man. And if one of my enemies decides to take me and then puts my skull on his shelf to honor me, I'm okay with that. But that's the thing is I do display the trophies, and thank you. I do display the trophies, but it's not why I hunt. It is simply each trophy is a way for me to take another person into the story of the hunt. So in my man cave, if you will, there are multiple trophies, but each one has a very unique story. And I will give you the long version anytime you ask. The individual that had the issue before, Freddie told him to reach out to me. He did. Him and I spoke, and he is now supporting me in this competition. Mm-hmm. So I welcome that to anyone. Anybody that wants to reach out to me that has a concern about this, as to what my reasons are, what my beliefs are when it comes to the taking of wild game, and why hunting is very important to the sustainment of a species, please, by all means, let me know. To quote old number 26, Teddy Roosevelt, he said, if you want to restore a species that's near extinction, make it profitable to hunt. Hunters do more annually for the conservation of wildlife, wild lands, clean air, and clean water than all of your other benefit organizations combined. Yep. For those that have an issue, reach out to, or not necessarily reach out, but go out and check out some of the organizations like the Teddy Roosevelt Conservation Program. It is a conservation program started primarily by hunters, backcountry hunters and anglers. They promote access to public lands for recreation, not just hunting and fishing, but for recreational use. There are other organizations at the state, private, and federal level that can absolutely, I won't say absolutely because some people can't be swayed, but there's a lot of good information out there to show you that the hunting of an animal is one of the biggest pieces in its conservation, because once a guy gets a taste, or a gal, excuse me, gets a taste for the hunt, they will go to no ends. They will spend inordinate amounts of money to make sure that those animals are sustained. Aldo Leopold said that, it's not our animals, it's just our turn.
Yeah. Fantastic. I love it, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Veganoto, we don't hate you because you don't understand, but you really have bad information here. That is called poaching. That is not called conservational hunting. So that is totally different. That is not an ethical, that is not a moral way, or even a legal way of doing things. So that's sorry, that is a misnomer. That is a false narrative. So
I've never met a hunter that doesn't want to hunt poachers.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Well, they ruin it's the few that ruin it for the many. It's the same with any industry. So, well, Bird, I think we're going to have you again on Tuesday. I can't wait. We're going to have you, and we're going to have some freedom guys from Mexico. So we're going to have a lot to talk about on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm really excited to have you. Thank you so much for coming on. I put it. You're right. It is this one. I just clicked on you. I went into the link, clicked on you. It's 2021 Kent Bird right there. That's the link, guys. So if you guys will go in there, support him. Freddie's going to have some more details for us, I believe, on Tuesday as well. So you guys, I really appreciate you coming on, Bird. Thank you so much for making the Furu's eulogy happen. Thank you for going and picking up that casket. That was phenomenal.
It took me a month to get that thing in a crate and get it out of my shop.
Oh, I love it, dude.
My entire shop smelled like that thing.
Oh,
which isn't a bad smell. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't a bad smell at all. It's just very eerie. In fact, I just left the garage door open through Halloween.
Oh, that is hilarious.
There's a casket sitting in there. Hey, one more thing before we go, or two things actually. One, there is a way to vote for me by spending money. All of that money goes to conservation. It doesn't go to help me at all. It literally goes to the conservation of wild animals. And so if you guys choose to, by all means, please do. But I'm not asking for a monetary donation at all. But understand, none of that comes to me. It all goes to the critters out there that we're fighting to conserve. Second thing, check out Bird of Prey on social. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Kind of on Facebook. It's being kind of temperamental. Just search Bird of Prey. Remember the Y in Bird, and look for the logo, because there's also a metal band out there that's Bird of Prey. So they're getting a lot of pictures they probably don't want these days.
I love it. That is awesome, man.
So,
I really appreciate you coming on. Thanks for letting us know more about what you were doing. And as a Hexican, I will be supporting you, brother. So all right, brother, I got you, man.
I appreciate it. And hey, man, I can't stress enough, any of you guys out there that are listening that have concerns about this or want to know more about hunting and conservation and how the two work hand in hand, please feel free to get in touch with KNTX, get in touch with Freddie Quotes, Hexagon 720. All of those guys know me personally. I will be more than happy to have a one-on-one phone conversation with you if that's what it takes to help you understand more about why conservation of animals is important and how big of a part that hunting plays into that.
100%.
All right,
thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. We'll talk with you soon. See you Tuesday.
Dude.
Thanks,
Later,
buddy. All right. I know a lot of you guys are like, okay, that's not what your thumbnail said. That's not what the title of your video didn't say anything about that. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and get into that right now. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that Discourse Syndicate, as a community stream for Hexicans, wants to support Hexicans in the endeavors that they endure for. So if you guys have something you want to be showcased, maybe not you personally, but something you're doing you want showcased, Discourse Syndicate is your place, right? This is a community stream. Appreciate it. I'll even give Veganoto an opportunity to speak why he understands that hunting for conservation is good, but not necessary for hunting for food. He just put that in the comments. I'll give you a platform to speak on as well, because we love Hexicans. We want to support you and make this the platform for you. First of all, thank you, Alan Filzame, for the $5. This is like a toned down version of Pigman TV. Bow hunting has been an amazing experience. Yeah, bow hunting. There's nothing like bow hunting. you want to get close to an animal, there's no closer way to get than with a bow. I was watching guys hunt, bow hunt for bears, and no thank you for me, but there's some really, Bird would definitely be one of those guys that would like to do that. So Rob Kruger, thank you for the $55.55. Hex, PulseChain, Pulsex incentive. I'm not sure what you mean by incentive, other than the fact that for a political statement, you are sacrificing economic energy, and in return, getting additional potential, or potentially you will be getting a $0 coin that could potentially be worth more than the economic energy that you sacrifice for. But there's no promise on that. No promise on that. So appreciate you, Rob Kruger, for the 55.55. I want to know in the chat, guys, hit me up here right now. Tell me what you guys think about this pre-phase sacrifice. Because let's be clear, this is a pre-sacrifice phase. And yes, any of the EVM chains like Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Ethereum, they all have the same sacrifice address. So if you guys, there was someone who asked that earlier. I wanted to address that right away. They are all, you go confirm that in multiple channels. You can find it on Richard Hart's Twitter, PulseChain.com, Telegram, PulseChain. I think it's PulseChain.com even has, I don't know if they have the actual address, but it should be the same for all the EVM chains. Just confirm that yourself, guys. Make sure you guys go look at Richard Hart's Twitter and PulseChain.com Telegram group. So let's go do that. So what are you guys thinking? So we've got someone who's sacked and is chilling already, Dorsey. I'm holding off personally. I want to make sure there's not some more pumpamentals or something else yet. I just have to address this real quick. Cool Hat Kinetics, I want one. BMA, you can definitely get one. Hexakins.net. Hexakins.net. They are fulfilling them as we speak. It's a buddy of mine. We are not making any money off of that. It's just a way for you guys, if it's fun and you guys like it. I made sure that they had the right flex fit hats. I had to go through and verify that they had the right ones, because I'm a big hat connoisseur, if you will. It's got to fit just right. It can't be screwed up in the front here. It can't be misshapen. It's got to fit just right on the head. It's got to be, there's several different flex fits, and this is the one that I really like. So I helped pick that stuff up. Yes, I got something cool to show you guys here. So when it comes to the shirts, finally, Mr. Yeah, you can't see his. Good. Finally, Captain went and picked up all of the shirts. Finally got unloaded off the ship. Finally got unloaded off the ship. They are coming, guys. They are coming, guys. So getting back to, and we'll get into more of that here soon. But let's go back to this PulseChain X, PulseX chain, or PulseX swap token. What are your guys'? I'm not even gonna read that. I am not bald, Brizology. I'm as bald as you are tall. Doesn't exist. So just want to throw that out there. Just want to throw that out there. The logo on the shirt says Discord. No. Why are we even talking about this? All right. We got more important things. So let's talk about, what is your guys' strategy? You guys plan on sacrificing within the first ramp up period? I'd like to know more on that. Yeah, Dan, I'm holding off as well. I want to make sure there's not some more pumpamentals that maybe I'm not aware of. I also want to make sure, I think there might be, if it's any indication of what happened right before Big Payday and what happened before last sacrifice, we had a run up. So I would like to see if we have a little bit more of a run up, so my economic energy is worth even more in the future, because that would be kind of phenomenal. But I have a feeling, I don't know if the whales are going to play it the same they did this time, or that they did last time. One particular whale who claims to be benevolent to the community screwed everybody over by selling down the price after they did their sacrifice in USDC. So you guys do your own research on that. you can't hide the fact they did it. It's a freaking blockchain. It's transparent. And so I just don't fall for the BS that some of these people say, yeah, I'm here for the community. And then they screw the community over and drop it from 17 cents to 11 so no one else can sacrifice. I would have done the opposite if I was a whale. I would have literally pumped the price of Hex and then sacrificed Hex is what I would have done. At least got that 30-minute time-weighted average price. You would have got more that way. Mathematically, you would have got more that way. So I don't know what they were thinking. But I want to see how this goes a little bit. I will probably most likely, in my own situation, everyone's situation is their own. You guys need to do what makes best for you. You guys, I'm just some dude on the internet. But what I want to do is I want to touch base on my sacrifice as far as the highest rate. So before the price goes down 5% every day. That's what I want. I think you might be right, but there might be, I know there's a lot of stakes coming out January 1st and 2nd. So I don't know how that's going to affect it. If that gets all sacrificed, that's bullish for price, super bullish for price. If people start selling it for gains, that's not the same. So we'll see what happens. Controversial opinion. In order of my most bullishness of the 3 new coins tokens, unnamed token, PLSX, and then PLS. Ooh, that's an interesting theory there, Scotty. And Scotty's a smart guy. He and I both got some things wrong, but I've been watching a lot of his predictions in the past, and he and I have gotten a lot of things right. So I think it would be worthwhile to consider this in your equation on what you guys do, guys. Thanks, Scotty, for that info. That's great. The only way you're going to get the unnamed token that I know of as of right now, and feel free to correct me, I'm okay with being wrong, is that we're with the unnamed token, the only way you're going to get that is providing liquidity. There's not going to be a sacrifice for it. You have to provide liquidity for it. So I think long-term, Dan is right on this. Hex remains the best play. The pumpamentals are far superior of the dumb pipeline token that is PLS, and a governance DAO token for an automatic market maker just doesn't have the pumpamental that even if there is after the fact incorporated a buy and burn function, I still don't think it has the pumpamentals of Hex. Hex's code is just phenomenal. Yeah, so NFT IQ, this unnamed token is going to be an actual rewards token for those who are providing liquidity on this new automatic market maker on Pulsex swap. So on Pulsex, you will be able to pair. Here's a great example. A lot of people think that the Hex will be more expensive than the Ethereum Hex. And when I say the Hex, that is what it is on Pulse. It is not P Hex. It is Hex. We are taking all their tickers and calling them what they are, and then putting an E in front of them for all the Ethereum versions. But you're going to see, I believe, a pool created 1-to-1 Hex to E Hex, and you're going to see a price parity between that because you're going to see the arbitrage opportunity. Well, providing liquidity between those two, you're going to be rewarded whatever this unnamed token is at the time for being as an additional reward on top of the 0.3%, which you're actually only going to get 0.22%. And then you're only going to get a percentage of that based upon what percentage of the liquidity pool that you are. But it's a pretty cool idea that he came up with. That way it doesn't push down on sell pressure, the PLS or the PulseX token. It's a smart way to go. So I don't know. I wonder what other pumpament. I bet he's still figuring out the pumpamental for the unnamed reward token. So, yes, it's great to have you amongst the chat plebs for once, Proof of Beard. Yeah, Hexican girl, I agree. Trust me, I've been trying to fathom. And I haven't even calculated or even tried to calculate other than the automatic market maker ratios of what the prices are going to come out initially on the first trade. That all gets screwed up on the next trade, depending on what the market decides to do. So nothing will hold true after that. But without even calculating PulseX, the unnamed reward token, and PLS tokens, I'm just trying to calculate where we'll all be next year just in Hex. This time next year, just on Hex alone. Like, I don't have a crystal ball, But I have nothing to do with the project. I don't mind doing forward facing or forward predicted price predictions. Like, I don't have an issue with that at all. And let's just say what I said last Thursday. It's not out of the realm of possibility. We could have a $10 hex this time next year. Just saying, just throwing that out there. Say what you will, but that doesn't even. Oh, hey, Dorsey, we got to fix that, bro. I am so sorry, man. Oh, wait. Oh, he doesn't have a. You do. Sid, I thought we had you as a moderator. Let's make sure we got you in there. Okay. Who doesn't have a wrench? Who are you talking about? Jay Everything, you need a wrench. We've got more wrenches per viewer than just about any other channel, and it's because you guys have been here. You have proven yourselves. Spike, my boy, you got one. How does Proof of Beard not have a mod? How do you not have a mod, man? We got you taken care of, brother. You're all taken care of. Hexican girl, you almost, you know what? We need more female moderators, right? We don't believe in that glass ceiling. Peter Danis, you probably better have one when you're doing your streams. Hexter Morgan, yeah, we got to add you, bro. Anyone think, so I think P-Hex will start, honestly, the first trade after the automatic market maker comes in and fixes things up. Sensei Dozy, heck yeah, brother. You definitely deserve one. K4K, thanks for mod, by the way. K4K Crypto, I hadn't even given him one yet. Well, there you go. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. K4K Crypto, he's got the right idea. Us streamers are not in competition with each other. We are complementary of each other. Some of these streamers seem to have forgotten that. And so K4K Crypto gives us all kinds of credence and edification on his channel. We love the guy. We love what he's doing. So we need to make sure to take care of him too. So he is taken care of. You bet you a BMA for the wrench. You bet you, brother. Renob Cassette, I love you, bro. You got it. I got to give you one. I got to give you one. Russ, I got to give you one. You guys have been nothing but benevolent on this channel. Why did yours not come up, DJ Cryptomatic? Yep, you do got yours. Good. I added you the other day. So we got you all taken care of, guys, here. I want to know if you guys have anything else that you think is... I am Oprah right now. You get a mod. You get a mod. You get a mod. That's right. That's right. Just giving them out, man. You guys have proven yourselves. You guys deserve them. I'm going to give them to you. I want to know if anyone else has any other idea. That's right. That's right. That's right, Freddie. So I just want to know if any of you, yes, your mom will be so proud when she finds out about promotion to wrench holder. I want to hire that guy full time. I really do. We can't pay our bills yet, and I can't keep subsidizing this channel for long. We got to start being profitable, and we're starting to pick up. Our numbers are really picked up. Our income's starting to pick up, but we have W-2 employees that we got to take care of. So that's first and foremost. We got to get them taken care of. Then we want to be hiring more people. So I appreciate you guys. Can I sacrifice my mod? Downhill Swimmer says no. Richard does not find that as economic energy for some reason. I totally do. I'd let you. So, well, now that we have them, we can sell them. Now that we have them, we can sell them. I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting off base, but you guys, I'm just going off of what you guys are putting in the chat here. You are very welcome. Very welcome. And so I want to know if you guys have a strategy. If you guys think things are going to be the same, play out the same way that the PulseChain sacrifice came out, or if you think the whales are going to act the same, do you think there's still the same play? Do you wait till later, even though the rate is higher? What are your guys' feelings on this? Can I now get some of that donation money, boss? We've had a few people donate. It's been phenomenal. It's awesome. If you guys are interested, hit me up on Twitter or Telegram, and we can give you a donation address. It goes directly towards the expenses of the channel. But Finbear, I just can't justify giving you any of that. Sorry, bro. You being in the chat is not enough. So it seems like to me everyone is jumping in on the PLSX outperforming PulseChain. Fundamentals on PLSX are very strong. Thanks K4K, but I still think Pulse will outperform PulseX if you delegate Pulse. It's a function, guys, right, of what is being sold and what isn't being sold. It really comes down to what do you think is going to be sold the most? You think more people are going to buy PulseX or Pulse? And do you think there's going to be more sell pressure on the Pulse side or the PulseX side? I don't know. Yeah, Mel Tony deserves a moderator. You're right. I'm using some of my SAC money to support Discourse Syndicate. Happy New Year. Russ, thank you for the $36.90, brother. That's huge. That goes a long way for us. Any dollar donated here. I think what we're going to probably do is we're probably not going to sell the t-shirts. We're probably going to give them away on the channel. We are going to create, there's a certain number of them we're setting aside for a special numbered edition, possibly NFT project that we've been working on that we think will be really cool. We want to be one of the first NFTs on Pulse that wasn't copied over from Ethereum. And that'll be really a way that we can hopefully lock in our expenses for the next 2 years, the way that we want to do this. And it's going to be done right. We're talking framed and chipped and pointed to the blockchain, hosted on the blockchain, not just hosted on a domain with a serial number. Like, we're trying to do it the right way, with a real ad marketing copy about Davy Jones' locker, how they got lost, and how these are so premium, like the community they come from to support. We're really excited about these, but the rest of them will probably just do, the first person to do a $5 super chat gets a shirt, and then we'll figure out how you guys want us to send them to you. And we'll probably be doing some giveaways or something of that nature. So, I mean, they're like, realistically, this fabric and the quality of the shirt, they're like $50 t-shirts. And we're going to pretty much just try to give back to the community on them. We have the online store that has the Bella Canvas shirts, that hexicans.net. You guys can get your everyday wear there, but we want to support the community. So Jonathan Swinbank, thank you for the $20, sir. That is freaking awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, Sid, that's the question. Where will most of the demand be for the PLSX and PLS? I still think Pulse will outperform. I have a feeling that PulseX token is going to have somewhat similar circulating supply, but it's going to have a manual burn function or something that they put together after the fact. Yeah, Hex remains my thoroughbred. I'm on the same train. I still think Hex is the long-term play. So thanks again, Jonathan, for the $20. It's a big help, a big support to this chat, to this community, to this channel. Super chat wave this man with $5. It's defaulted, so it's easy. All right, that's awesome. Yeah, I have a feeling we'll get 3 or 4 people. If we can get 5 people to super chat $5, and maybe we'll just do like an automatic random giveaway through one of these random number generator things for the giveaway. Not rigged, like Captain giving himself $1 million X from Godwell. That was funny. He didn't dilute your guys' pool, though. I do want to throw that out there. He did not dilute your guys' pool. That ended up being a 6 million Hex giveaway because RG got 1 million of it. So yeah, we might do something like that. And then that pays for the shirts, including the shipping. So Hexagon Girl, I'd buy a t-shirt. Well, we figured out a lot. We're going to be using a freight forwarder going forward because these shirts are so high. I can't even describe it. The feel is so soft, and you can wear it for days and it's not start to smell like funk. You can go in and out of the ocean, in and out of water, getting it wet, and it comes out. You can wash it 500 times and it doesn't stretch around the neck, the arms, the hems down at the bottom. They're phenomenal. So we're going to find a way to get these everywhere. Hexagon Girl, are you in London? Because I know you were at the London event. I didn't get to meet you personally, but I know you were there. Saw all the pictures that you posted. Because that is one place of distribution. There's a lot more hexagons there than I thought there would be. So we're probably going to use a freight forwarder to set up shop and distribution out of London as well. Toasting your efforts. Downhill Swimmer, thank you for the 2022. I don't know if Downhill Swimmer wants me to say this, but I'm going to do it anyway. This guy is phenomenal Christian, a good, hardworking, honest family man, thank you for the support. He's been reaching out to me since I first started doing these streams. He was one of the first Hexicans to reach out to me. Thank you for your prolonged support on this channel for me. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Let's keep going. I'm missing a bunch of you guys. I'm sorry. T-share price this point next year, 30K. I don't, at least on the Pulse side, because there's going to be so many transactions that it's going to ramp up so fast, because we're going to have a lot of shorter stakes because the gas isn't going to kill them. So DJ Cryptomatic, I want a t-shirt. You know what? For all of your efforts, including working for us at the London event, DJing both at the event and the after party, I owe you at least that much, my friend. I owe you at least that much. You have been such a huge supporter. I want a t-shirt. Thank you, DJ Cryptomatic, for the $36.99 in euros. Appreciate that. Cos D, thank you for the Canadian $20. Is Canadian money accepted here? Absolutely. Unfortunately, it's just not accepted at the same exchange rate as the dollar, the actual US dollar. But we will take it because it is a huge support. Anything you guys give goes a long way to help pay for the people on the back end, to make sure that they continue to keep their jobs. So you guys are phenomenal. You'll have to go over to the actual chat in YouTube. Well, you guys are already there. You guys, I can't see the super sticker from this side, but thank you, Twitter Free Globe Trek, for the $250 Hong Kong. That is awesome, man. That means a lot to us. That super sticker is kind of cool, actually. I've never seen one like it before. You guy riding a rocket. That's pretty freaking awesome. That's a great analogy for the ride you're on with the Richard Hart projects, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we are definitely Richard Hart maximalists over here. We love what he's putting out because he's got the philosophy, and he delivers the philosophy of true sovereignty of money and controlling your own keys and changing the relationship between man and its government. We support that philosophical belief, that political statement, as well as the freedom of being able to move our own money, regardless of what the bank thinks we should and shouldn't be able to do. So Runeskis, we'll get you, man. It's too much responsibility anyway. I appreciate your support on my hunting comments earlier. We'll get you, man. We'll get you. We'll get you. Metallic Elmo, it's good to see you, brother. I'm just trying to get, I don't want to lose. Love me some Hex merch. Yeah, so if you go to that hexicans.net, my buddy has that Hex merch too. We have a special line of Richard Hart developed and inspired clothing that we're doing for a very high-end retailer, which we will give more details. I probably said too much already. I'm going to get yelled at. I just love teasing you guys with the stuff that we're working on the back end, but we will let you guys know more about that as things evolve. KDM, thank you for the $55.55. Yes, I'm so tired of this BS. Yes, you are tired of this BS. You are tired of this guy in particular making you a millionaire. I know you're tired of it. I know you're sick of it. But thank you for the $55.55. That is a man that I think is sick of winning at this point in time. But thank you, KDM, for your donation, brother. I appreciate that. Shirt me, happy sacrificing Hexicans. MT Coiner, thank you for the $10. You are phenomenal, man. Hey, thank you so much, Dorsey. I just love that you used. I can't show you on here because I'm not sharing my screen, but I just love that you use the Hexo getting the crumbs off his microphone. I love that that's your avatar. That is so funny. I love it. Yeah. So let's get back to this here. And it doesn't have a whole lot to do with the Pulsex sacrifice, but the T-share on Pulse is going to ramp up faster than Ethereum because the fees will not be prohibitive of you doing shorter stakes. Yeah. So this was another we did a reaction video while it was live, me, Wales, and Jay. It's hard with the audio to hear what was going on, or to hear us and then hear them talk. And we should do a legit, like 2-hour long reaction video, pausing it after question is asked, question is answered by Richard, going forward. We really should do that. I don't know when I'm going to find the time to do that because we are launching some products right now that you guys are already aware of. We'll talk more about that as soon as it goes live. Looks like next week on multiple fronts. Yeah, we don't hate Kevin. He's just his intentions were on his sleeve. I think it was a protectionist way of approaching interviewing Richard Hart. I think he honestly wants to know more about it. Richard, from the get-go, as Big Pet pointed out yesterday, was thrown off his game. Like, what? Bitcoin's not deflationary? No, there's inflation. Every time there's a block mine, there's inflation of the coin supply. And I think that just threw him off from the get-go. And Richard Hart spent more time in education mode than talking about Hex and the protocol. And Kevin was only tied up with the things that are coming up in an SEO Google search that have been brought to the forefront by people who haven't done their research. So I would love to see there be a follow-up and there be an actual real discussion, not that he was hung up on some of the weirdest things. OA daughter addresses. Does anyone else understand what he was talking about with the not allowed, no contract allowed thing on Etherscan? I've never seen that before, so I wasn't familiar with it. But we all know that it's pooled against USDC on the automatic market maker that is Uniswap. So there's nothing stopping it from interacting with USDC. So I don't understand that. I don't know if his intentions were on his sleeves, but I think it's a matter of he didn't want to be accused of pumping a scam if it ends up being one, which we all know it's not. And he will learn that too. But I think it's great that his user or his followers, there's going to be some percentage. There's 50,000 people that have watched his side of the video. There's going to be some percentage of people that are going to say, hey, I'm going to look more into this. And they're going to end up being long-term Hexicans. That's phenomenal. It is not there's no such thing as bad press. Even if you tried to push the scam narrative harder, I think he was really honestly asking some of the questions were really, really good questions that people from the legacy finance space really do need answered before they get in. And I think that it was good for him to attack those. Now, Richard Hart was completely transparent about everything, the OA, the daughter addresses, what it has done. I think if there's ever a follow-up, a number 2, we're going to learn that his community is going to learn so much more. There's definitely a percentage of his people that are going to become Hexicans. Thank you for letting me know, because we want to set up something in London, or at least in the UK, so you guys can get some shirts too. KNTX, the t-shirt salesman. Yep, that and Hex. I'm the Hex salesman that doesn't get paid anything except price appreciation when more people buy. So what type of employment ops is DS needing? I have a Hexican that has been fired from his IT job in New York City and is a family man in need. I don't know if I can afford IT guys, man. They make a lot more than we're paying right now to go forward, but we'll probably eventually set up on Discourse Syndicate Network.com an actual employment board of things that we're looking to hire people for. Great question. I'm not a smoker. I don't know. I think it's smoker safe, non-flammable, but I know it's not made with asbestos. So, yep, I am a Richard Hart maxi. I don't want to be the face of any political party. Honestly, I just want to back the right people. I want us to have that movement of people that we support the right candidates, that we have the people who are pro-freedom, pro-crypto, smaller government, abolishment of the IRS and the Fed. Like, I want those principles to be what we run on, and that we, as multi-billionaires in the future, will be able to fund the political action committees on the back end. So that's what I want to be able to do. And then I want to be able to abolish money in politics after we accomplish all the things that we pay for. If $10 Hex is possible in late 2022, why did you get so overly excited about a 1488 prediction for 12, 27, 23. I found that curious. Here's why, man. A lot of people don't. It's a perception thing, really. It's a units bias. That's what it is. I mean, yes, I think by 2023 we'll be vastly above 1488. At that moment when I read that, I was trying to calculate what my bag would be worth, and it was astounding. And I'm by no means, I'm not a shark. I'm by no means the largest dolphin. I mean, there's guys in the system that way more than I do. Way more than I do. And 1488 would be just still blew my mind. I can't even imagine the big players in the space, what they're looking at. That is amazing. But it's also I think it was, as much as I hate the guy, I think he had a brilliant quote with, I think it's Bill Gates, that said, we overestimate what we can do in 3 years and we underestimate what we can do in 10. And that plays in with the unit bias. So when you're looking that far out, I know that's only 2 years out. It's hard to fathom these numbers. I didn't think we would have 12 doublings in 2 years. I thought it would take at least 3 years to get to the price where we're at now. I don't have a crystal ball. 1488 is my worldview has been updated to 1488. Yes, I think by 2 years from now, this time 2 years from now, is more than possible. But I also think a $10 hex at the end of 2022 is possible now. But I've updated my worldview because I know of the things that hexagons are building in the ecosystem around hex, guys. And that's all it's going to do is get hex in front of more eyes. It's going to have some mechanisms built in that pump the price of hex. There's a lot of really neat stuff that's coming, guys. So, hey, Crypto Kid, thanks for letting us know that you sacrificed for Pulsex this morning. I think that is super cool. I'm going to wait for a little bit of a run up. I may miss out on some price gains. That's just me. Don't worry about it. You do what is good for you. Okay. Whoa, slow down, Kinetics, bro. I know we only have an hour. I've got 4 minutes left. I'm probably going to go late just to catch up on the comments with you guys. It's hard when there's 260 of you guys watching and the comments just keep getting thrown out there. It's going to be hard. I don't know if I'll ever be able to catch up. I might have to end it, skip to the end, something of that nature. So, whoa, slow down, Kinetics. So you said the P-Hex T-share rate would be higher. Yes. So I did touch base on this a little bit. Let's do this again. Ethereum fees are outrageous. Doesn't make sense unless you have a huge stack and the profitability is enough that it makes sense for you to pay the gas fee to end your stake. We all know that's where the real cost of it, transacting on the Ethereum network is on the is the unstaking. Pulse, it's not going to be an issue. The fees are going to be so nominal that you're going to be able to do 1 day, 2 day, 5 day, 10 day stakes on small stakes. Get very little ROI, but it still be a net gain over after gas fees. So when you do that, every time there is an ROI in the system, an ROI period, not the highest ROI. There's a lot of people still pushing that narrative. We proved this wrong in 2020. Not the highest ROI, but any ROI at all, the T-share rate actually goes up and ratchets up. So if you've got a bunch of little stakes ending on the Pulse chain and on Ethereum, you've only got long stakes and big stakes that are further out down the road. They have to unstake before the T-share ratchets up. That's going to happen so fast on Pulse. So fast on Pulse. Yes, Richard Hart Apparel Maximalist. It's cool, man. I can't wait. It's people that actually do design, because as you can tell, I am not a design or a fashion expert. Just ask Hexagon Girl. I wore a freaking Discourse Syndicate t-shirt, this hat, and a sports coat with jeans. That's what I wore to the London event. But I mean, I also wanted to pump Discourse Syndicate. So I had my own selfish reasons for doing so. But I did not dress up. I'm not a fashionista by any means. I am be comfortable. What works for utility? What is it you're doing for that day? Or do the clothes match the utilitarian use of why you're wearing them. And I live in the gym, so I wear a lot of workout apparel. So I'm just not a fashionable guy. So BS hat and a BS t-shirt, you can get them right now on hexakins.net. If it's international, there is an additional fee to do so. But I'm trying to source these hats ourselves. Right now, hexakins.net does a really good job. These are quality. Got the DS on the back too. Or BS, if you will. Always a replay watcher. See you in Colorado in a couple weeks. Yes, you will. I'm trying not to give that too much press. I don't want it to be a big gathering, honestly. And there's a reason for it, a strategic reason for it. I'll tell everybody else later. I can't wait to meet Mr. Sojourner. Super cool guy in the chats in the group. So looks like Hex is back to doing Hex stuff. Yeah. After the dip, what does it do? It does Hex stuff. Where's edit function? Don't know what that means. Greetings from Finland. How is the situation with the Hex's ETF? Cheers. We're not doing an ETF. In fact, I think Bitcoin. So there's ETFs. I was talking to one of our financial guys that is very much in the legacy finance spaces internationally, especially with crypto. And there's no Bitcoin ETF in America. There are some in some other jurisdictions, and we do not want an exchange traded fund. That is where your manipulation comes from. Now, a trust is different because it holds with no redemption clause more Hex and only buys, never sells. We know what that does to the price when there's only buy pressure and no sell pressure. That's what we're looking to do with the Hex Investment Trust. So, and that should be live. Technically, we're probably live today, but I'm going to confirm on the private side. If you guys are accredited investors or you have enough holdings in your wallet to be verified by a third party with fiduciary responsibility that won't dox you, that you are an accredited investor, if you guys will email us at info@hexinvestmenttrust.com, hexinvestmenttrust.com, that's 2 T's, investment, the T at the end of investment and the T at the beginning of trust.com, info@hexinvestmenttrust.com. And you are an accredited investor. You can get us a letter from your CPA, or you're willing to be verified through a trusted third party. You can participate from the very beginning with this. I believe technically we kind of went soft live launch yesterday. We were going to wait till Monday. Wales is going to kill me. He hates when I give out more information, but I want to start the pipeline of people who are interested in supporting the trust. It is a trust, not an ETF. We do not want an ETF. When an ETF came out for gold and silver is when you saw the manipulation, and the price hasn't moved in 20 years for Hex or for gold and silver, not in a positive manner anyway. So we do not want ETFs. We do want Bitcoin to have an ETF because I don't care what their price does. So annoyed by the money and more opportunities you so annoyed by the money and more opportunities you provide. Yeah, it sucks you get sick of winning, don't you? I love it. That's a great comment. Davis, thank you for the $5. Yo, I love this community when times are good. I agree with that. It's so funny. There ends up being a bunch of infighting and drama, and people heard about the price when the price is going down. When it starts going back the other direction, this community is definitely a fair weather community. There's a lot of you guys out there that are sturdy like a rock, though, that this community is built on, and I appreciate you guys for that. We're going to go long today, guys. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I don't want to pass by too many more of these comments. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of you rocks out there. I know I'm going to get the comments out there. Well, a lot of us don't care. We're staked anyway. Yep. So, yes, you got the wrench. I took action to proclaim my belief in freedom of movement and assembly for all mankind. In other words, this gentleman sacrificed for the political statement of freedom of movement. So happy and merry wishes and gains to your sacrifice. May you be rewarded handsomely, Hillbilly Hexkin. Kevin's questions about the audit did him in for me, just digging for anything. I don't think, give him, we got a lot of good press out of this, man. Richard was on point with this. I agree with you on this, but you and I come from an understanding of crypto. He doesn't understand. It's not a matter of him being malicious. It's just a matter of him not understanding. So be patient with the guy. Give him an opportunity to come around. He will see it. He will see it. He's a smart guy. So he was just trying to ask the questions that came up as red flags to him. The red flags that come up to him are not red flags for you and I. We understand these things. So I love it. RH was in education mode. He really was. The problem was Kevin thought he understood Bitcoin and crypto. And then he has a real teacher that's not willing to just pump his bags on him, but actually educate him on how this works. And I think it took him a while for him to update his reality. And maybe he still hasn't update his understanding, his worldview of what crypto is and how it works. So I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you missed the Amsterdam meet. Don't worry, there will be more in the future. Kevin was a bot. That's funny. Mel Tony, thank you for the price. 33 cents, guys. That's looking pretty. I love it. I love it. Ezekins are just tired of RH being a teacher to those darn furus and pros. Ugh. I know, but we have to educate these people, man. Without education, and Wales talks about this all the time, if you aren't educating yourself and updating your worldview, you're going to get left behind. These guys can't join us and feel good about their bags and not FUD themselves out and sell at the first dip if they don't understand how the system works and how crypto as a whole works. So we need teachers like Richard Hart out there. It's frustrating for us because we're like, well, let's move on to the next big and better thing because we understand this. We're ready for the next thing. These guys just aren't at that level yet. Kevin isn't a crypto guy. All of Richard Hart's points went over his head. You could see it on his face. Yeah, but I think he was processing, and I think he'll pick up a lot of what Richard Hart put down. I don't even know about this Kevin dude until the RH interview, but he ain't bad. He's just still in clickbait mode with his YouTube channel. Absolutely. The guy's main source of income, the guy makes millions of dollars a year as a financial guru, personal finance guy, and real estate guy on YouTube. I've been watching him since he first started his channel in 2017. Him and Graham Stephan actually started about the same time. I was watching both of them at the same time. These guys are, as a real estate investor, I had been watching these guys because these guys had some really good information. Now, they're out of their realm when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. So they just need some more education. They were forced to get into it. It's what people want to see. It's where the outsized gains versus the other things that they're invested in. And then, let's be honest, it's the future of finance. These guys know that they have to pivot. They just need to learn more. So Kevin wasn't even concerned about the utility, but he was respectful. Yes, he was. I think they were good to each other on that front. Richard Hart wasn't mean or demeaning, but he was very much forceful, pushing the ideas, but he's right. So I don't think he did anything wrong by doing that. So plebs can't let go of the OA crap. Yeah, I don't understand why it's okay. Centralized ownership is okay in every other system out there, including stocks and bonds, which Kevin professes to be a professional in, and he's got he 3 times a freaking day he's posting streams on what the market did for the day. And he's happy with a 5%, 10% gain. So he's going to have to pivot. Yeah, I don't know why they're okay with centralized ownership in those games, but not in the decentralized finance. All that matters is the network is decentralized, not the ownership. The more centralized and long-term holding and diamond hands the centralized ownership of cryptos are, the better it is for the price, honestly. But I guess the new eyes need them lessons. That's right, man. That's right. You probably put that long before I answered that. So Seeker of Secrets. Agreed. Kevin clearly had some misconceptions going in, which Richard had to spend most of the time correcting. It didn't seem like he had bad intentions, just bad information. Absolutely. Yeah, the smart ones will come over. Sorry, but didn't know about 1 inch. Like, bro, just do some solid research. All I ask. Yeah, if he's going to talk about, he's not versed on DeFi. If he was, he wouldn't waste his time with a stock show. He'd probably be doing a DeFi show. Hey, I made 20% in one day off of this DeFi protocol versus, 5% over the last week with this dog crap stock that I'm holding. So yeah, his chat was pissing me off too. His chat was the lowest of the low level plebs, man. People paid to show how dumb they were, and that's okay, guys. He wouldn't let just anyone comment. He has a paid member chat only. And it seems like only the lesser of his followers are the ones that were willing to pay to give their bad information. Kevin is open to a part 2. A second interview will be so much more beneficial now that RH educated him on the basics of crypto. Better questions will be asked and discussed. I agree with that. You're right. Kevin's got many to please under his belt since was timid, but what a great exposure event. Agreed with that. Richard said OA never sold but ended stakes. I thought Kev thought ended stakes meant sold, possibly just simple confusion. That's probably true too. Kevin helped convince a buddy of mine to buy stake 10,000 in Hex. Fantastic. The fact that we put 1 on the board for that is good enough for me. As far as I'm concerned, the fact that it got us 1 new user and it was a 10K buy-in was good enough exposure as far as I'm concerned. And then he's going to make outsized gains, and then he's going to do a word of mouth with his friends and family, and then they're going to get in, they're going to get the exponential gains, and then they're going to do it's a ripple effect, guys. You got to remember that. It's like dropping water droplets in a pond. KNTX, any updates about the Highest of Stakes documentary? Yes. So they are busy. Some people had reached out to see if they could be on the online conference that Maddie's throwing for the Hexchanges 2022. They had messaged me saying, hey, we were invited to do this, but we just can't. They're literally on location still filming. They're doing a media press blackout for now. I'm trying to remember the exact verbiages that they use, but that when they get closer to a big event that needs exposure, that they will go ahead and put that out. So they update me about once a week, once every 2 weeks on where they're at. I am not involved in the creative process. I don't tell them what they should and shouldn't put in the video or in the documentary. They are the storytellers, not me. I rely on the pros to do their job, and I just stay out of the way. So with that being said, there's a lot of progress being made on this, guys. It is phenomenal. I don't think we're going to have so much extra film. It's going to be hard to pick out the best parts and put them aside. I'd like to see this turn into a multi-film project, personally. That's what I would like to see. I mean, that's all I'm going to say at this point in time, because there's nothing guaranteed at this point in time, but except the fact that this will come to production. So the one that they are working on now will come to production. 8 months in Hex, I'm a believer now. You should be, man. What is the gas fee to sack Hex on MetaMask? Any honest answer will be much appreciated. I haven't looked. I don't know what the Gwei cost is right now. It's just sending to the sacrifice. It's not bad. Even when gas is high, it still sucks. Sometimes it costs $20-$30 to send, but it's not bad compared to the in staking. So I wouldn't let that. I think your ROI is gonna out earn on this new Pulsex token, that it's gonna out earn your gas fee. So you're gonna still have an ROI after gas fees. I wouldn't be too worried about that, guys. Timeline on Hex Grayscale announcement. I thought I heard before end of 2021. I have money in IRA that's stuck right now. Haha. So the public side, we won't be able to go public right away. There were some gentlemen that were working on this before we took over and started working on it, and they thought it would take a year from when the private side was launched to go public. We have found through an expert legal team that is SEC friendly, that has worked with the SEC quite a bit and understands this system inside and out. We can do it quicker than that. So yes, you guys who told us it would take a year, we found a way to do it quicker than that. We can't just let anybody in initially. It's got to be accredited investors on the private side. So we can take subscriptions from. So if you can prove third party via the blockchain that you have a net worth of over $1 million, not including your personal residence, we will be able to take you guys in as initial investors. Yeah, only accredited investor, which you've heard my rant before, guys. That accredited investor nonsense it's a scam, man. It's just the only way to let wealthy. It's designed by the system to let wealthy people become wealthier and not allow people who aren't as wealthy. Because I don't want to say poor, because there's a lot of middle class, not poor people that still can't participate in accredited investment opportunities. And it's nonsense to me that they're not allowed the same opportunity that people who already have wealth are allowed. To me, that's a scam. Laugh out loud. I only buy shirts if I can smoke a cig in and take a nap without the threat of fire. How about you test the shirts out for us real quick, brother? I'll send you one. You can take a nap. Take a nap with your cigarette in your hand. You know what? On second thought, no, never mind. You got to buy the shirt if you want to test it yourself. Good for good equals exponential results. I agree with that. Yes to smaller government. Good with money. There's gas fees to do anything, even simple transfer. Yes, there will be a gas fee. It just won't be as cost prohibitive as unstaking. $10 hex, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, having some in the UK would be good. I've got a lot of hexagons for our fulfillment for shirts and merch. Yep, definitely. Abolish the lizard families. Okay. And the hollow moon, right? In the hollow moon that they live in. About $100 in 2023, in my opinion. That could totally happen, Digital Substance. It cost me $18 last night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, that must be to sacrifice. $18 ain't bad. So send to Sack Addy can arrange anywhere from $17 to $80. Moving a poop coin will lean more on the expensive side. Yeah, sending Ethereum is a lot cheaper than sending any of the other coins, any of the ERC20s. Meltoni 333. That's a great number. It's a 369 play right there. Don't hate. Bill Gates sucks. I really don't think you get money out of politics by putting more money into politics. Need to build a new system that makes the old obsolete. Yeah, but you got to do that from within, man. You can't burn it all down and expect to be able to build anew. That's not how this works. And those who start revolutions are very rarely ever the ones at the end of the revolution there to guide the revolution forward. So you put money into politics. I'm not saying you're going to make money. It's going to be a sunk cost. But if that's what it costs to get more freedom and a smaller government, and then you have enough sway within that system that you can abolish all the things that are bad with the system, you can build that new system from within. It's the only way you're going to do that, man. It's the only way that's going to happen. Caught up finally, last wake up of the year. That is true. Thank you, Hexander. This is the last wake up hex of the year. We started at the very beginning of the year last year. So we're like literally right about I'll go back and see exactly what day. I thought it was like the 3rd or the 6th or something like that was our first stream ever for Wake Up Hex. So yeah, we are at our 1-year anniversary. This is the last stream of the year. That is so cool to think about. Read The Singularity by Ray Kurzweil. The curve for innovation gets smaller and faster. It does. I think Ray is wrong on a lot of things. I won't get into it now. We don't have time. But he is right. It's exponential. Our technology has always been exponential. Our technology gathering. It's a slow move, grinding move up and to the right until we get new technologies that help us develop new technologies that help us develop new technologies, and then it's exponential. I think things are going to get so exponential. Jay himself from Crypto Junkies and from our editor of our channel and our manager of our channel said himself years ago that I think you're going to see an adoption rate of new technologies come so fast that you're going to have people literally curled up in a ball in the corner because their minds can't comprehend the new technologies that are available. And I think it'll mostly be the older generation that experience that. Legend, Morning Kinetics, thanks Zenkai Mindset. Appreciate that. We're looking at your avatar. I think that is you, if I remember correctly. Ripped, dude, you're ripped. Love it. Love health and fitness. We're going to get into more of that on this channel too. We're going to get into more on the personal finance side. We're going to get into more into real estate investing on this channel. And the reason why is it's going to garner a larger set of eyeballs, and then we're going to point them back towards Hex, because we want to be. Could you imagine if Discourse Syndicate had 1.77 million followers? It's a lot of new people to bring into Hex and Pulse, and so like him or hate him, Kevin's got the formula down. If y'all had 5% knowledge of what's going on in the background, y'all be ready for $40 Hex. I think that's an understatement, but the guy's right. The guy's right. Quick shout out to everyone in Kinetics. Make sure you will check your Telegram. Peace out. I will probably do that later today. I've got a lot on my plate today. We're going live with all these products, and my DMs and my Telegram just get fuller and fuller and fuller every day. It's become a full-time job just keeping up on what's in my Telegram. I need to get the directors of the highest of stakes guys. They, as executive producer on the film, they've offered several times to help me hire an executive assistant, because I'm getting to the point where I think I need one. I really do. We have until January 10th until the bonding curve starts ticking. I'm going to wait to see what happens. You do you based on your plan. Pick your plan, stick to your plan, run with it, guys. Okay. Opinion on Pulsex SAC pools. If you know and trust the people that are running the pool, and they've been stand-up people as long as you've known them, I'm not participating in them. I probably should. You can maximize your returns that way, but I've seen friendships be destroyed over pools in real estate, in stock pools. You guys do what you feel comfortable with. I personally will not be participating, knowing that I'm going to miss out on additional gains by doing so. I just don't want there to ever be a miscommunication that destroys a friendship or a business relationship. I just personally won't do it. So even though I know I'm going to lose a little bit of gains, I'm just going to have to sacrifice that much more in monetary value, which only pumps your guys' bags in the long run anyway, right? Because less Hex available on the market. That is my play. I still think that's the smart play. Buying Hex, waiting for the price appreciation, getting the 30-minute TWAP price at a higher sacrifice rate within that first 10 days. I think we're great, guys, honestly. I think that's it's nothing but bullish, because you get a higher price at SAC for the same amount of Hex that you're sacrificing, and it removes Hex liquidity from the market so that there's less to be sold on the open market, making demand go up faster than supply, while supply goes down. We all know what that does to the price. I think it's just bullish all the way around. So it'll be free to anything on Pulse. Basically, common people will be on Pulse. Whales, institution, billionaires are craving Pulse. Get ready for the copy Pulse, folks. We've got something boiling in the background that we haven't been able to work on, because these other things that are in need, the lower hanging fruit that needs to be done first, the things that are on Richard Hart's wish list of things he wants done, we are literally working on. But there is going to be, you are right, because of that, things are going to be so cheap on Pulse, at least initially. There's some other things that are going to be probably world changing that I know are going to be built on Pulse that we're going to leave in the background for now. So that's just bullish for Pulse. Just know that there's some amazing things, even if I can't be the one to do it. I messed up on my trainer stake, super small. I'm just going to pay it for him and take the loss. Oh, gotcha. You know what? It's probably worthwhile for you to do that. If you messed up, you're willing to make that person whole. It sounds like it's a small stake anyway. Make them whole. Let them watch that stake, not necessarily bleed out, but have them see the monetary value of that stake going up if they're monitoring it on Staker app. Most likely they'll still put more money in, and you can explain to them how you messed up, and maybe they won't make that mistake going forward. They should be managing their own going forward anyway. Almost 55 million in Hex sacrifice now. That is fantastic, guys. Let's see if we can get $1 billion in Hex sacrifice before the OA jumps in or the daughter addresses to the OA jump in, because we don't know if the OA still has control of the daughter addresses. We really don't know. And so I think that should be, anyway, if we can get anywhere near what we did in the sacrifice, what was that, $750 million sacrificed up until the additional 13 billion was sacrificed, that'd be great. That's why it's going to moon all those bleeding stakes and EES. That's going to be done day one. Yeah. Buy Hex and sacrifice plebs. I think that's the smartest play. I could be wrong. Not financial advice. Do what makes sense to you, but I still think that's the play. If you have a good money day, I order 10 hoodies. All right. If you have a good money day, you order 10 hoodies. All right. Well, hexikins.net. Make that happen. Safe to say we will be able to, oh, that's in the description below, by the way, guys, if you guys are interested. Safe to say we will be able to load our bags on PX at a much cheaper price. I don't think so. I think you're going to get a 1-to-1 liquidity pool, and you're going to see an ARB back and forth. I think they're going to hit parity a lot quicker than you think. I don't think you'll find Hex cheap on either chain. I mean, if you listen to part 1 and part 2 of my interview with Richard in London, he and I shared the belief we don't think there's going to be cheap Hex anywhere, or cheap Pulse anywhere for that matter. Hey, Hexican, Sack and Chill. I love the Sack and Chill. I think our bearded friend wants to do another Sack and Chill. Let's see. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, brother. Aha, I got it. Thanks, man. This means eHex's T-share will be cheaper, and so people with big bags will have incentive to stake on Ethereum. Bigger and longer stakes, I think, is what you're going to find on the Ethereum chain. I really do believe that. I really do. The mechanisms don't change. The code is the same, immutable, stays the same, still pays out. Trustless yield, trustless inflation rewards, not interest, trustless yield. And because of the trustless yield, people are still going to stake on it. And yeah, I think you're going to get a better T-share rate on the Ethereum side. I know, right? Better watch out, KNTX. Whale's gonna eyebrow slay you. Yeah, he probably will. Be like, what? Why that? You talk too much, KNTX, is what he'll tell me. And he's probably right. But I like to keep you guys hyped about what's going on. I want you guys to know that there's bullish pumpamentals in the background. I feel like I'm almost keeping a secret that is a secret that shouldn't be kept in a lot of ways. Yeah, I won't now. The analogy I was going to use probably isn't a good one. So, yes, that is the website. Info, if you want to email info@hexinvestmenttrust, that's even.com. That's the way to go. Yep, that's the one. That is the one. And we've got if you go to that website on your desktop too, or on your phone, we've got, thanks to a community member, Mr. Hillar Tech, building this website out for us. He has integrated the Hex price. I want to say I'm not sure which API he used to bring this in. I think it's TradingView. So the Hex price is on there as well. So if Pulse opened the door to all exchanges for Hex, Hex will pump to insane numbers. Agreed. I do agree with that. Those things are being worked on. Hex is Z number. Maybe it's just me. If I know I'm coming to a professional of the professions, you think I do some nice research first. Maybe just me. I know he did some pre-work on looking into it before. That's where he got the questions he did get. The problem is the resources out there, the things that are floating that have currently up to this date floated to the top of the SEO are not the things that are Hex positive. So that is changing. We've got a community member that is working on that on the back end. And he's doing a great job because we are slowly creeping up to the top in the Google searches. So in the Bing results, I like Hex, but I can't be only do Hex. Maybe if it starts going up to $3, then I can fet off welfare. Okay. I do agree with this. Hex, E-Hex, PLS, PLSX for the win. Richard Hart maximalist, man. That's me right there. Kevin had 2 days to research. Makes sense. He grabbed the old FUD issues and Google search. Agreed. That's exactly the point I was just saying. You said that long before I did. So if not Richard, who's Satoshi? Haha, we got the best thing we could ever have with Richard Hart. Richard Hart is a great teacher. He's a genius. KNTX, thanks for the BS merch update. Yeah, we got it now. Kevin now understands NFTs a lot better because of the discussion with Richard. I think so. I think a lot of that's going to sink in. It may not be right away, but it will. I don't get this, Pizza T. I love the comment, but I don't get it. I like how Richard Hart is anti-stabby stab based on logic and probabilities. That's more bullish than any price movement. He did talk about stabbing, didn't he? But he was using it as an analogy. Yeah, Kevin is a boss and deserves props for the interview with Richard. I agree with that. Kevin was just trying to protect his views and himself with questions about audit, etc. Yeah, like I said, he didn't want to come off as promoting a scam. He wanted to refer Hex as a meme, I think he meant to put on there. Okay. Richard Hart went into rapid fire mode. He did. Kev's the Fed. Which Kevin? Meet Kevin. Yeah, y'all correct. I read his misunderstanding as bad intent. Just looks similar from the older interviews. Yeah, I know. I agree. He didn't have bad intent. Great way to keep it simple, KNTX. Decentralized network, not ownership. Brilliant. We'll use for future use. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Sig Hex. I didn't come up with it. That's a Richard Hart. It's just me reiterating things that I have personally learned from Richard Hart. That's what's great about, and Richard Hart said it himself. He said, now that you've listened to me and you've updated your worldview, you guys can go educate people with the same with these same ideals. And I'm okay with most of what I've ever come up with in my life is not original ideas. It's just good ideas that I've stolen from others. So I think the one that really pulled me into Hex was his honesty, and I'm not sure he is the OA. However, I don't care. In fact, I hope he is. I feel like Richard Hart is way too hood of a dude to ever dump a rug. I agree. It's about legacy for this guy. He has no reason to dump the price to nothing. It's about legacy. He wants to prove all the haters wrong with that chart that goes up and to the right. I found Hex about 4 months ago. Why aren't people yelling from rooftop? Dude, I've been trying for 2 years, Dan. For 2 years, I put blood, sweat, and tears into this community to try to yell from the rooftop. I got people trying to message me about projects I won't even say on the air. And I'm like, dude, you're wasting your time. You are literally wasting your time with these no-name developers, no-name projects that have no idea in the space, building on the wrong chains. Like, pay attention. And then I said, my most recent one this morning is, you guys are wasting your time with this project that you guys are working with. It seems very MLM-y in a lot of ways. And I said, you guys just need to, because they asked me about this Pulsex. And I said, well, that's just a small puzzle piece. You've got Pulse, E-Hex, and P-Hex. And you need to be focusing on that. But what do I know? The team around me is worth over $1 billion. But what do I know? I don't know anything. So got to give Kevin credit. He never asked where did the ETH go. Agreed, because he gets it. He's a guy that he's a businessman. He receives rents every month. Nobody asks, where does the rent money go? So he got it. So that's why I don't think you saw that question from him. For PulseChain to be successful, we have to welcome the people in the Meet Kevin community and help educate them on what real DeFi versus fake DeFi is. Yep, good people. I agree. I think the education, even though we wanted to see more about what Hex and Pulse is and what the possibilities and the potential is, like Pep was talking about yesterday, he's right on that. But at the same time, we got to try to bring these people up to speed, or at least get them on a level where they can communicate with us going forward. Matty Crypto, thank you. I think a lot of Kevin's followers were exposed to Richard for the first time, and it was a huge win for Hex. Having RH speak directly was gold. Yep. Kevin did ask, where does the Hex go? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Discourse Syndicate, any info on the DS Hex conference? No, man, we're good luck to these guys that are doing this other one in March. I wish the best for them. we tried to ask them to pivot to something different. But hey, we haven't been involved since the beginning on that one. So I wish them the best. But we, as far as DS is concerned, because it's the only one I can speak to credibly, because I don't know all the details with theirs, but we are literally holding off until we have secured relationships and friendships with big personal finance gurus outside of crypto. We are currently networking with them. I will give you more info after it happens, but there are some phenomenal relationships from people that are more well-known and bigger than all of the Hex community put together, rolled into one. And that's just one personality that we're working with. We're trying to become the crypto guys for these guys. And then once we have that in place, then we can actually bring in real headliners that'll bring in a real conference. And honestly, you guys, I'm going to be the first to tell you guys this. I love you Hexicans, but if we throw a conference, it's not for you. You guys get it. You guys are smart. We want you to come if you guys are interested in coming, but it's not for you. It's for the followers of the big financial institution or the big financial personal finance guru guys, that we want their community to come in and experience what Hex Pulse Pulsex is. And we want them to become new investors, and we want them to see the potential, and we want them to see the legacy finance products that we've built around it. And we want to do some investment opportunities with them on the real estate side. When we do our conference, it's not for the Hex community, because you guys already get it. Now, that doesn't mean we don't want you guys there. Not at all. I'd love to hang out with you guys, but I think our time would be better served doing big Hex meetups, honestly, if it's going to be promoted and marketed to those within the community. Yes, the highest of stakes guys, do they need money still? Yes. As far as production, the production cost is taken care of. They are good on product. Like, they have enough funds now to know that they will be able to get to production with the money that they have. It's the post-production that, if you guys are still interested, at thehighestofstakes.com, thehighestofstakes.com, you can donate to that donation address. The more money we get, the better narrator we can get, and the better post-production quality we can spend. Essentially, that's really just time, putting the right talent on and spending their time just making the film as beautiful as possible. So it just depends how big a production you guys want it. You guys want it to be in front of 100 million new eyes on Netflix, or you guys want it to get tucked behind on number 6 over the top, which is the streaming platforms, and over the top number 6, not as well known, not as well marketed. It just depends on what you guys want. If you guys want this to go big and bad and in front of everybody, the more money they have, the more likely that is to happen. So just want to throw that out there. It's totally up to your involvement and what you feel is. We're not pressuring or pushing anyone to do it. It's just, if it's a movement that you believe in, we want you to be able to help. We want you to be a part of it. So Richard needs to tweet out, "The floor is lava." I'm sure it's coming. $13 at some point. Kevin tried to use Hexicans to get more $4.99 a month users. RH actually used Kevin to educate him and his users. LOL. Overall a win. Yeah, it was a win-win for both of them. I agree. He got a lot of views. Kevin got a lot of views on that video. $12 a couple times for my gas fees yesterday, and one today for SAC. I paid $8 for our fees for your sacrifice. Bro, people are so stupid. If you sacrifice 100, 200 on just one of the projects, you rich like celebrate plebs. If there's 100x return, any amount of money you put in there is going to be an ROI for sure. I can't promise you're going to get those gains, but I think there's some good fundamentals that point that way. Rule Boy earlier today, a stake from day 3 cost $1,300 to end stake. PulseChain solves this. Developers working for banks, woke up Ethereum and sacked deep. Oh yeah, I also sacked for PLSX. Nice, Ovidian. Did your sack already? Where do I find out more about the investment? I gave you the website already. I think I paid $17 in gas fees for the first part of my sacrifice. I went in with about 30% of what I will sack. We'll be interested to see what Hex price will do over the next 10 days. I like that Richard called out the dog coin dealers as the scammers, as they are on the Meet Kevin stream. Yes, that was great. Pretty much, Richard said these meme coin dealers are scammers. They're the real scammers. And I think that's going to resonate with some percentage of Kevin's community that bought Pulse when they had the Pulse Doge, or not Pulse Doge, when they had the Doge, I don't remember his name, the Doge Master, whatever his name is. I don't remember who that guy is. And everyone bought Doge at the top and then lost money watching Richard or watching Meet Kevin streams. I think Richard is going to resonate with a lot of those guys that lost money in that. Yep, Sid, you have to rebuild this system from the inside. We're going back to the political system. Hex Day 1 sacrificers get more than Pulse sacrificers. No. Hex Day 1 sacrificers get more than Pulse sacrifice. No, nothing about that is true. There is no preference for Hex over any other coin on the sacrifice phase. It's based simply on the economic dollar value of that coin at the time of sacrifice, with a 30-minute swap. That's a 15-minute before and a 15-minute after sacrifice period that you get credit for. And it's the exact same mechanism so far that I've seen, unless something else is released between the Pulse and the Pulsex sacrifice. Do you think Pulsex will do a 1,000x minimum? I think over time it will. I mean, most cryptos do, right? Most cryptos that have any kind of market fit or utilitarian purpose, that have enough adoption and more buy than sell pressure over a certain period of time, whatever that time period may be. It may be 10 years, but I think it's possible just based upon what other cryptos have done with similar market fit in the past. So burn from the inside. Yeah, that's right. We'll be starting the new show soon, man. January 10th. Yes. Zenkai, this guy is amazing. These guys are going to be doing health and fitness on DS. So can't wait to show you guys. I didn't want to release dates for sure until I had confirmed with Jay. Unfortunately, Jay's 14 hours ahead of me. So we only talk early my morning or late my night, because that's about the only time that we're both awake at the same time. Jay is an awesome guy. Everyone should take time to watch the content. His channel, Crypto Junkie, 100%. He is very like-minded with those Hexicans. Brilliant guy. Workhorse strategist, digital marketing professional. Like, guy is awesome. Who knew you would work more when rich? Isn't that the truth, man? I'm worth more than I've ever been in my life, and I work way more hours, and I work way harder on way more complex problems than I did when I was just in the 9 to 5. So $40 Hex. Okay, sure. I'm waiting and writing. I'm over invested. Call the test. Oh yeah, soon. $33.03. Let's go Hexicans. Exciting times ahead. My plan is Hex and Pulse chain drops. Okay. Hodl wins. Great end to the year was the 731 party and meeting you. Happy New Year, KNTX. Laid back Hex. Yeah. Super cool guy. Great end to the year was the 731 party. I don't know about meeting me, but it's so weird because I'm not let's be honest. We've got 8,000 subs on our channel. I am not a celebrity by any means, but I'm well known within the community. And it was really strange. People, can I get a selfie with you? It's like, well, yeah, it's really cool, but it's weird. It seems really weird. People want to get a selfie with me, Mr. Nobody, but you guys are the coolest freaking crowd I've ever got to meet. I just wish I could have met more of you guys. I really do. Happy New Year to you, Laid Back Hex. Appreciate you, brother. My MetaMask wallet shows a different address on my activity log. Yeah, be careful with where you copy and paste from. Make sure your copy and paste matches the address that you had, guys. A total waste of bandwidth. Unsub. Okay. See ya. Bye. Fair enough. Most ships sink in a partnership. They can sink in pools too. Yep. But I copied and pasted from the address RH posted on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, make sure. I don't know if someone knows you do crypto stuff on that computer. They might have been able to put it on your copy board And I don't know, man. You guys need to verify before you send that the address in the MetaMask is exactly the address that you're trying to copy and paste to. Nothing destroys relationships more often than real or imagined wrongs when it comes to sacrifice pools. Yeah, I believe that. Buy Hex, sack for X. I like that. Buy Hex, sack for X. That's a good one, Benny Blanco. Is it true we have until January 9th to get 2.5 multiplier? Yes. Yes, that is true. It's going to be based on your volume, though, of the USD value. So the more you sacrifice in relationship to the other sacrificers, the higher point of that 2.5x multiplier you will get. The sacrifice hex might also be used to help further the ecosystem. It's just another tool for the OA. Yeah, I agree. Just another tool. All right, Crypto Crazy. What was the basic question that you asked? I don't understand. These guys can't answer the most basic questions. I've been answering questions the whole time. Perhaps you forgot to turn the volume on. There's a little volume button at the bottom, or on your phone, you just push volume up while you're watching a video. It's pretty simple. You should probably try that. Developers hate Bitcoin because they did not make one for themselves. Fact. I agree with that. I agree with that, actually. Sack text this morning. That's great. Yeah, Pete, I wasn't there when you tried to sacrifice, so I can't tell you what you did or did not do correct. Sacrificing Hex makes sense for everything. It's a rare strategy that benefits everyone. Can't stomach sacking Hex and parting with it. And I get, yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you're sacking the Hex, knowing that it's going to pay off for you, but you're like, but I'm going to get a copy on the other side if I just held on to it. Yeah, I know. Whatever. Yeah, I would do this. I would check your transactions on Etherscan. Don't look at your MetaMask activity. Actually look at that transaction on Etherscan first. Verify things first. I missed a detailed chart which shows the exact volume bonus you'll get for your sacrifice. When does the bonus start? At 1K, 10K, 50K, and how much bonus you get? 5%, 10%. That's not how that works. So the way that works is, like I just said, the amount of economic dollar value at the time that you sacrifice with the 30-minute swap, that's 15 minutes on both sides to get your time-weighted average price. What that is in relationship to the others that sacrifice. If others sacrifice more than you, they get the 2.5x. You get a 2.45. Just this is an example. This is an example, because what it does is it tapers down to a, what is it? It's just a 1x ratio on the volume bonus multiplier. And there's equidistance between place 1 and 2, and equidistant to the distance between places 2 and 3, and the places 3 and 4, etc. down the way. So there's that's how that. If it's still not making sense, I will try to do like a whiteboard for it or something for you guys. Just let me know. KNTX going long this morning. Is he going to get to every chat? I don't know, dude. I don't think I am. I'm going. You guys are. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll do 13 more minutes. I'm gonna kind of go through. If you really want something to be addressed, I don't care if it's a 99-cent super chat. Do a super chat. I will go to the highlighted ones. I will never skip a super chat. Okay. Is there anywhere that aggregates the SAC data to see where you sit in the volume multiplier? Or do you have to just scan Etherscan? There was a site that did it last time. I don't know if they'll do it this time. I don't know if they got enough donations to justify their time to do it last time. Someone buy and send KNTX and modern keyboard with soft rubber keys, not the terminal. You mean this one? I like that feedback on those keys, though. Man, the way they snap back, and you know when you hit something right, when you double tap something. I like that. I don't like the soft spoken keyboards personally. I like that feeling that I know I'm doing what I was supposed to be doing with it. That it's doing what I told it to. This might be a teaser pump. The SAC site isn't live yet. There's a lot waiting for the site. Yep, guys, that's right. Yeah, this is a pre-sacrifice. Richard just didn't want everyone to have to wait on an EVM chain, since the sacrifice address is going to be very simple for them to calculate with. So, yeah, Joe Venuto, if your ears aren't ringing, you're not typing. When Hex Trust? Very soon, guys. Very soon. Do you think the price of Hex will continue to moon like it did during Pulsex? Yes, I do. Until a malevolent whale, like last time, pushes the price back down. No, Kevin has not done a reaction video yet. I haven't seen it anyway. He did a lot of stuff. He did like 4 stock videos the last 2 days, though. What is the use case for Pulsex? It's just a government DAO to vote on how rewards are going to be paid out, and if there's any changes within the automatic market maker that needs to be made. Can't wait to steal the ETH users. No, we are helping the ETH users. We're not stealing them. We're giving them a chain that they can transact on, and then they can go use ETH as their settlement layer. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm missing a bunch of you guys. That sounds like Crypto Crazy got his panties in a bunch on that, because I must have skipped his. Children of the Grave, you know you hit something right when it makes the slap back. Oh, I'm so glad I like this guy, because he trolls harder than just about anyone on everybody's chain, especially. Now he gives RG more crap than anybody. I love this guy. I love Children of the Grave. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You know, you hit something right when it makes the slap back. Thank you for the $5, Children of the Grave. Of course, that's what you would waste $5 on. No, that is funny. Wales and Alec Tortellini are about to go live. Should be aggressive. I'm excited to see that. So I'm definitely not going to stream over them. I'll get my notification here in a minute when that goes live. Think Twin, maybe my farm D was valuable after all. I felt loud. Okay. Yes, God bless RH. Oh yeah, I forgot I ran a little late, and I pushed back my interview with Crypto Heartbeat. Sorry about that, brother. I was looking at 10:30 my time, but it's 10:30 your time. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're gonna go live here in a minute with Crypto Heartbeat. I told you guys I'd give you guys another 10 or 9 minutes now at this point in time. Crypto Heartbeat and I. Did you send that via Telegram or Twitter? So that's a good, because I haven't pulled up. I haven't pulled up any of my stuff yet, bro. So I apologize. Sent a link. There we go. Okay. I will copy that link address. Yeah, you guys come over and see us over there, guys. That is cool. So I wish Wales only would tone it down just a bit with the traders and crypto noobs. Yeah, he's very passionate, guys. He is passionate about the message that he throws out there. I want you guys to know that. He is very passionate. And I know that passionate, authority that he puts out there is pushy to some people. But he does have the best of intentions. He wants you guys to get your stuff together, your paradigm's correct, your worldview is correct. I just want to Mountain Crypto Advisor already. Yes, that's coming, brother. That's one that's supposed to launch Monday. So the Highest of Stakes documentary team put together our website and our educational videos for that, because we were having the problem that we had was that there's so much information to give you guys thinking about how you should be protecting yourselves that we had to. It was literally taking our team like way too many hours to explain one on one all of these things. So we put together an educational source. The Highest of Stakes team, the Muse storytelling team, is the team that put this together for us. So it's going to be it's going to be top production. So we want you guys to understand what it is that you guys are doing. We don't want people to blindly follow us into these products. We want you to know that we have done our due diligence to make sure that the quality control is in place. And this is the same thing that they've done for people in that decabillionaires, 100 millionaires, billionaires. They have done this same strategy for hundreds, if not thousands of times over. So we want you guys to understand the things that most people don't know about protecting yourself in the real world. So we were waiting. 34 cents. Thanks, Mel Tony. I just started watching and wondered why it started in the middle of the video. Turns out you're all live. Dirt. Silly psychonaut. Love it. Thanks, man. That's great. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, everyone. $8 hacks. We all need characters and builds characters. There we go. Another $5 super chat from Children of the Grave. Whale's conviction and backbone is refreshing in a sea of spineless cowards. Yeah, there's a lot of people that pander. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that pander. And he's not willing to do that. Okay. Well, we're kind of getting towards the end here. Whales only is just grounded in truth and authenticity. There is no one more authentic than Whales. He says what he means and means what he says. So confirm will go live in 7 minutes. So I hate to do this, guys. One of us you're going to have to watch replay, watch Whales and Alec Tortellini, or watch Crypto Heartbeat and myself, and then the other one go back and watch the replay later. But we'll definitely do that. When half cent KNTX, there was never a promise made. It was just a matter of after the automatic market maker fixer bot goes through and fixes all the ratios will be exactly what they were, diluted the ETH side by Pulse by 1 to 1.2 million X. You will see you will see an initial price that matches that. But like I said, the second, third, fourth, and fifth trade changes everything, because that's when the real market kicks in, and then you see what a true market looks like. I swear this Russian troll bot follows me. Troll bot follows me. Banks hate regular people with no money. Yes, they want people with money to invest with them, or to garner fees off of them. Actually, they really want to use your money as a reserve so they can borrow leveraged borrowing from the Fed against it, so they can loan that out to the poor plebs and make interest off of them. Where are you going today from here, KNTX? It is Crypto Heartbeat is going to be interviewing me on his channel. So there was no guarantee. Get off, Cabana. A shout out to Walking Circles. All good, amigo. Going to catch all of the replays, including this one. All right. Well, we appreciate it. I'm going to get off here just a couple minutes early. youtube.com/C/crypto heartbeat. I'm going to go talk to a fellow Christ follower that has an amazing stream over there. Thank you guys. Thanks, Cutlass. I appreciate you all. You guys, first link is for KNTX. There you go. I appreciate you all. You guys are amazing. I will apologize profusely to Crypto Heartbeat. That's the only problem with having an international community, is getting all the time zones correct. And usually I'm pretty good at it. I screwed that one. Is that a live one? Yes, it will be live. So I'm going on there with him right now. I'm going to go here just a couple minutes early so that he and I can catch up, and then you and I can talk in the chat here later. So I appreciate you guys. Cheers. And it is time for the outro.